Hello everyone, Alexis here, and today I'm just going to show you real quick on how to draw stuff. So, generally when you want to start drawing stuff like on paper or whatever, these rules apply for everything. So the first thing is how to draw a face. So the first thing I do, or generally when I'm drawing a face on paper, or whatever, to get it symmetrical, depending on the angle, I just make a circle, and then I just make a triangle. So let me increase the stroke of this, because otherwise it's hard to see. So there we go, you got a stroke. And if you want to make it symmetrical, you just make a triangle from here and the center. And this thing is marking the center, but you can just estimate it. It doesn't need to be perfect. So there we go, we got a triangle, and then you just connect the lines. Depending on how long you want the chin, you make the triangle. So there we go, using basic shapes. So then you just connect them. And I don't know, maybe you want it to be a round chin, maybe you want it to be a more straight chin. In my example, I want a more straight chin. So there we go. Now if you're drawing this or whatever, you generally use, I don't know, something more basic. Give me a sec, Control Z. No, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. There we go. Generally that's like the shape of a chin, so I like that. So we do. I'm gonna Control Exit and Control Back it so you can see that's the line I want. And your occasion, you try to copy that on the other side, but I'm just gonna copy it like this vertically, and that's it, and it's very symmetrical. You can do the same and it helps. Now obviously chins are not just a triangle tip like this, they're more rounded off. So in your case, you'd want to round that off yourself. If you're like in a program or whatever, all you have to do is, well, just use the eraser tool. You'll have to retry a lot on digital. I'm using a mouse, so it's really hard on me. Alright, I need to select all of them. It's really hard to do this with a mouse, so yeah. Yeah, whatever, I'll just use the, like, you generally try to like constantly do it with a eraser. Since I'm using Illustrator and it's much more easier, I'll just do this to get the correct shape I want. Because, I don't know, Illustrator is very easy to use, it's a very simple program, and you should all use it. Keep in mind, most of this is very simple shaping, yeah. I mean, we can always just skip the chin, just remember, you gotta delete that. So now we have a triangle, the head, and the chin, and it's like, oh yeah, well, where are the eyes? Well, you go from the center, and you do a cross. And done. There you go, you have the center of the face. From there, you make the eyes. Now, how do you get the placement for the eyes? Well, you go from here. Well, actually, no. It just, what I do generally, I just estimate, like, oh yeah, the eyesight would be right here. Here are the top of the eyes, so it's like, oh, a few centimeters to here, and done. There you go. If you want to really measure it, you make a line that's extra here, and wha-bam, you have a line there that shows you. Let me make this transparent. Actually, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, I need to remove the filling. There we go. And then we just slightly move it down, and there we go. That's the center of the pupil, technically. There. So basically eyes would be like this. A little few centimeters there, and then we do this. I'm making more of a cartoony version, but it works. And you make an eye shape. Try to like do the same thing on the other side, and done. You have an eye. This is just stuff you'd like learn through time. It's like, yeah, it's very easy. There we go. We have two eyes. Now I bet you're wondering, where are the eyebrows too? Like if you want to do eyebrows, it's on this line too. And you just estimate exactly where it would go. We just copy that to the other side. Okay, we have eyebrows. Now, where are the ears? You say, well, ears are here. You go from the top of the eyebrow, which is this. That's the top of the ear, the most top part. So you do like this. The base of the ear should be around the center of the eye. So that's the base of the ear. Let me do this. Now I bet you're wondering, where are the bottom of the ears? The bottom of the ears are below the nose level. Now I bet you're wondering, you started the ear and you don't know where nose level is. Yes, that's true. I'm a dum-dum. Where's the nose? The nose is right here. That's where the nose bottom should be. And it's like the middle, that's like the space of your lip, basically. So the bottom of your nose is right there, just a square right in the middle, like more like a rectangle to be honest, but yeah. No, actually I'll do it like this. That's not how I make noses. There we go. We have a nose. And the bottom of the ear, as I said, should be right here. Right, like below the nose level. This is just anatomy, to be honest. Let me adjust it a little bit, because I don't like how it's looking, and there we go, you got an ear. It goes from the base of the nose to the top of the eyebrows. Let me copy it. There we go. The other ear. So yeah, that's how you make a face. If you want to know where the mouth is, it's just right here below the lip. You just kind of like angle it. Like it depends on the person where the mouth would be, but here would be the right location for a mouth. I'm not gonna make the mouth, but you know where it would be, obviously, after making the face. You can make different hair, but the one thing I'll say is that the hairline would start around here, where this rectangle is. Where the rectangle ends on the top, that's where the hairline would start. Humans have lots of forehead, so yeah, it makes sense. That's where the hairline starts. And you don't want to cover this all up with hair. Another thing I'll say, hair covers up eyes. Don't make hairs going through, like eyes going through the hair. That's not natural, per se. So it just puts off people. It's just weird. So that's the general idea. There we go, you got the little measurements. Another funny thing, which you can try in real life, to like locate the chest, or where the chest would generally end. If you go from the top of the ear and you go straight down to here, like so. Give me a sec. Actually, it's off. Let me just reselect this, and then we just go down, and then we go to the middle of this. There we go. Remove the filling. So if you do that, you'll know the exact location of where, sorry to say this, but the nipples are. That's like kind of the location where the nipples are. It's like if maybe they'll be a little higher, maybe like here. That's the location of the nipples. It's weird, but that's human anatomy. And if you want to know, and it actually happens, because if you're doing it right now, you're like, okay, let me put my finger, let me go. Wow, it's actually there. It's true. This is human anatomy. If you want to measure a neck, it's just based off eyesight. I don't know how to really teach you how to make a neck. A neck is just a neck, in my opinion. But just make a little slope here. Then just a little one here, and you got a neck. I don't know. Necks are very self-explanatory. They're very simple. It's just a roundish rectangle. In all honesty. Now let me put the stroke up. There we go. Actually, let me just... Oof. I am lagging. There we go. Ooh, back to normal. So yeah, that's the neck. And here you would figure out the chest, like, oh yeah, with spacing. Pencil. Give me a second. I'm trying to make little shoulders. Shoulders are very simple to figure out too. It's just a straight line off of the base of the neck. Roll back. And there you would know exactly where the chest would be. For women it would be slightly more below. For men it's a little bit above, like here. And that's basically how you know where the chest would be. For women, the chest size would be like here. You'd know exactly the center of where a woman's chest would be. This also from the base of the ear, this is where the shoulder or your armpits would be. So you do this. Always trying to maintain a center of where the breast would be for women. Don't be afraid to make breasts. They're natural. They're basically what women have. That would be the center, and there would be the nipple. That would be it. So if you want to know how to make men's one, it's the same thing. The shoulder fold would be here. Only this time you do it like this. Due to men like having some weird anatomy where it's kind of roundish but not. And we do like a man breast, you could say, like that. It's very odd, like it's not that low. There we go, that's much better. And this is why what I'm talking about, like some men actually have it that they're like stuff that low, but yeah, it's true. It would be somewhere around there. That's why it looks like off center on men. It's basically because they don't have the size. That's why I said sometimes it's a bit higher, a bit lower. I don't really know how to describe it. But yeah, that's basically how you figure out the chest region. And if we go downwards, if you want to make you just base it off the center, and the genitalia would be around here. And yeah, that's basically how you draw a face, how you make the chest area, and how do you make a neck. Like the neck should be a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit longer, depends on the person you're drawing. So we move this up. Another thing, always for men, they have a very pronounced it should, like for men and for women, I always do the same thing. When it comes to the neck, I make these two lines which represent the little thing you have there. For women it's more smooth, and for men it's very pronounced. For women I do this, and for men I maybe like add an extra line here for the bell, the neck bell. So it'd like be a man or a woman, depending on that too. But most of the time I just draw 2 lines because it's more simple. It just generalizes my art. So yeah, there you go. Lots of anatomy things you can use, tricks you can use to localize stuff, measure it, make perfect anatomy. Lots of people have this issue, and I don't know, it also helps when you're stylizing. If you want to do a stylized art, it's very simple. It's like you can over-exaggerate stuff if you want. If you learn this, you can learn the rest. As for hands and stuff, I can't really help you right now, but hands are very simple for me. I don't know why. Since I was a kid, I could just copy them by looking at them. But hands are a completely different thing. Like the general gist I can give you if you want to make a simple hand. Here, let me make a simple hand. Just make a rectangle. Then you make a triangle looking thing like this, or more like a, I don't know what the shape was called, but it's this shape. And you add a triangle here like this, and there you go, you got a hand shape. And then you just do a triangle here because it's a thing. And then another tiny rectangle, because that's where the end of the arm, the hand is, basically. This is just a simple hand I'm making, by the way. I'm not making a very complex one, because I know you guys really like simplified things. X and F. There we go. It's just a bunch of shapes, and then you just connect the lines. You want to make the fingers, just make them right here. And yeah, you got the thumb, you got the fingers, you got the hand, and that's a simple handshake shape. You can do the same for the other ones, like if you want to make a special one or whatever. So yeah, simple handshake, how to make a face, how to get the chest area and the neck, how to locate the ears, the eyebrows, everything. That should be it. Alright, end of video. Have a good day.